Hello there, Aries. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your June 2020 general overall reading for the month. I'm so excited to have you back as always. It's wonderful whenever I get to come visit with you on the channel. If you're a new or returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate you here, me, Mr. Dragon, so very much. And if you are brand new to the channel, welcome and thank you for stopping by. I always do invite you to reach out and hit that subscribe button and join the Dragon family. Also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. As always, guys, I start with a few quick notes. Just that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single Aries out there. So if the messages resonate with you and they make sense, take those in. Those are meant for you. Whatever doesn't resonate, or if it just doesn't feel right at all, just kick it on out to another Aries. Also do check the placements in your personal natal chart so that you can get a better overall view. You could watch the signs that correspond to like your moon sign, Venus, rising, etc. And this will mostly correspond to Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. And also all Aries cross watchers are welcome to join us today here. And if you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in any of my sessions, or would like to leave a donation to the channel, all of those links and information are down below in the description box. So guys, I'm going to pull a whole lot of cards today because June is a big month. We've got a lot going astrologically. It's almost, I wrote so many notes here on the chart for the month, and I'm like, darn, how do I get through all these? So if you want to scoot through just to the card reading, go ahead. I'm just going to take a few minutes to talk about the astrology of June. One of the best parts of the month for you, Aries, is actually coming later in the month of June on Saturday the 27th. That will be when your ruling planet Mars leaves the sleepy, dreamy sign of Pisces and moves into your sign of Aries. So this is going to be a wonderful resurgence of energy. If you feel more sleepy, more like, lethargic through this month, there's a reason for that. It's because Mars is representation of all of our energy, our drive, our focus, our movement forward. And when it's in Pisces, it's kind of treading water. Pisces is sleepy, it's dreamy, it's imaginative, it's in the realm of the subconscious. And so it's harder to get things going under that motion. So yes, Mars moving into Aries, into your sign, is not only going to be great for everyone, but especially for you, because when your natural planet is in its natural sign, it's always more dynamic. So looking very forward to the end of this month with that. We are going into a bit of an eclipse season here. We are going to have a full moon lunar eclipse on June the 5th in Sagittarius. That will be very positive and powerful for you. We also have, gosh, let me see, I'm looking at all my notes, guys. So we do have as well, of course, a solar eclipse on the new moon in Cancer on Sunday the 21st. That one will definitely be supercharged for you as well, because that's going to be on a square to your sign. We do have a Mercury Retrograde coming up, dun dun dun, and that will be on June 18th, and it lasts until July 12th. That's going to be in the sign of Cancer. Neptune, the planet that rules Pisces, is going retrograde on Tuesday 23rd, and Venus, our planet of love and romance and relationships, does go direct finally on June 25th. We also, of course, are going into our summer solstice season. Right now the sun is traveling along in the talkative sign of Gemini. It will go into the home-loving sign of Cancer on June the 20th, beginning our summer solstice. So let's go ahead and get into this energy for you, Aries. This is a month of big communication because it does have a lot of Gemini energy floating around in there. You will be active mentally, and you'll be talking a lot, whether it's online, over the phone, person to person. It's going to be active that way. And then later in the month, as the sun shifts into Cancer, you will be feeling that as you want to feel a little closer to home. I will also say, Aries, that, Cancer, when we move into that sun sign, is a little more challenging for you because that is a sign that squares your sun sign. It's 90-degree angle astrologically, so it's, you know, it creates a little more friction, a little more fire under you. It's like it makes you really want to get up and go. And I would say by the time we get to the end of this month and heading into July, all motors will be fired up. Aries, nothing will be able to stop you. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to get started. I'm going to pull a major arcana card to symbolize your personal energy throughout this month. And then we're going to go into a full tarot spread as well. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Aries as we do their June 2020 reading. Let's give them protection. Let's give them good luck and positivity. Keep them from all harm. Protect my energy as well throughout the session and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, Aries. So there is your major arcana card symbolizing your energy for the month of June, and it is Lady Justice there, Libra energy, and Libra is the balancing sign of Aries. So to me, this tells me that it's all about finding fairness, finding harmony, finding equality and balance. Anything that has not been fair towards you or your loved ones, you are definitely in the mode of wanting to bring that fairness and balance and justice. So, like I said, there is a lot going on, so I'm really asking for extra protection for you and all signs as we go into this month of June. I'm going to pull 2 cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck to get some guardian spirits and energies to stand side by side with you throughout this month. All right, guys, here we go. So the mountain energy is beside you of standing your ground. So Aries, this is a very solid, very earthy, very determined energy. You know, it reaches down below to the depths and the roots of the earth and also up to the heavens. So the way I see this for you is that you're grounding very solidly in the earth, but you're also touching up to your higher mind, to your higher subconscious with that mountain energy. And then the second card standing beside you is the Lady. This is very similar to the Empress energy in the tarot. She is, you know, creativity, abundance, nurturing, love, magic, enjoy growth, and reap rewards. So very, very solid energy of manifestation, of grounding, of earthiness. She is also represented by the sign of Libra and Taurus. So you've got some dual Libra energies coming in around to stand beside you this month, Aries. That really tells me that you are in an abundant, creative phase. You're also very, very strong. Just because this is kind of a more feminine energy coming in from the Lady, that does not mean anything, you know, soft or submissive about you. You are very formidable. You know, like I say, with Lady Justice, she is, you know, all about balance, diplomacy, working things out in a very kind and, you know, polite, courteous way, but she also does carry that sword because she will fight, you know, for that fairness and balance. And of course, with the mountain energy around you, you are definitely standing strong. Connecting with the earth is very positive for you for this month of June. So Aries, let's pull a card from the spirit animals stack. We're going to see which animal spirit is strongest for you. So Aries, we got the dragonfly spirit. Truth transcends illusion, and I would say that this is really what you're trying to get to the heart of. We're going through a lot of retrograde energy, so you know there can be that feeling of going back, reviewing, pulling back the surface layers, getting to the true heart of the matter. So wow, that dragonfly is very powerful, coming in to help you get to the heart and truth of any matter that comes up around you for June. Wow. Okay, so then we're going to pull a crystal card for you. I'm going to get a chakra and gemstone that you can work with throughout the month of June and see which one of these needs to be healed the most as well. Oh, Aries, I love this stone, and it is a stone I've actually been working with more recently, the prehnite. It is a gorgeous, very powerful heart chakra healing stone. It is about releasing pain, decluttering your heart from any old wounds, any scars, anything that has been done to your heart that's been damaging or painful at all. The prehnite is, it's not a very expensive stone. I would totally check out Etsy or eBay or somewhere, online. You can easily get a hold of this. It was very, very good for the heart chakra and heart healing. I'm also going to pull from the Black Moon Oracle. I told you we were going to do a lot of cards for June, guys, because there's so much energy. But I'm going to pull two from this one to see what parts of the astrology world is going to be the most strong for you, what you're being guided through, what to focus on. Ooh, okay, this is absolutely freaking perfect. I said freaking perfect, Aries. All right, so third house comes up. That is the house that all this Gemini energy is going to be traveling through, both the Sun and Venus in Gemini. The Sun for most of the month till we get to about the 21st, 22nd, and Venus is going to be there the whole month for you universally. So this is about messages. This is about communication. You are working through the world of the mind, of the intellect, and seeing that higher mind. The third eye as well may become very activated. The throat chakra, those could be very activated too. And then on the next one, it's interesting. Both of the cards that you got are a house card. The first one being the third house of communication, and the next one, very amazing, absolutely perfect for you, is the fourth house of the home of roots of family, tradition, and soul origins, because that is the next house that the Sun will be transiting universally for you, Aries. You're going from the third house of Gemini to the fourth house of Cancer. Those are the two houses that will be most activated for June. This is absolutely divinely guided that these two cards came up for you, because wow, I'm even a little bit amazed, but that is so perfect. So yes, you will be dealing both with areas of the mind, with communication, with thoughts, with the intellect, what to say, how to say it. You may feel very, you might get some downloads or transmissions even in your dreams. And then that fourth house, it does definitely center around the home, family. Could have to even do with the depth of your soul's origins coming up for June. So Aries, let's go ahead. I moved Mr. Dragon over. We got to get into the tarot. We're going to do a full spread for you. Today I am working with the Vice Versa Tarot, which I love, especially for Gemini season, because it shows us the flip side of each card. And then I'm going to clarify with our classic Rider-Waite. So let's see what we've got for Aries. Let's check on in. See what your story for June is, guys. Okay, Aries. Well, well, well. There's actually quite a lot of beautiful energy coming up here. Right now, you may feel like you're really kind of stalled out, and that does not surprise me at all because of what we talked about earlier about, Mars being in that sign of Gemini, not Gemini, I'm sorry, Mars and Pisces. That really creates a more, stagnant, kind of harder to move through. But at the same time, there is growth here because you're kind of wrapping up that cycle of Mars, getting ready to come into a fresh new beginning. So, this shows that you've been doing the work, right? You've been putting in the effort. You've been growing the tree. He's sitting there looking a little bit, despondent, a little bit worried. He's kind of like, is this tree going to grow? But the seeds are there. The fruit is there. It's going to come. It's not a matter of if, it is when. So let's ask why the Seven of Pentacles is showing up at the center of your spread here. Aries, it's because you're looking for fairness. Look at Justice came up again. So, wow. You are really focused on balance, harmony, equality. I get the feeling that some of my Aries out there, you guys have not been treated right. Y'all have been treated not fairly, not balanced, not with integrity. And so you are really, you're dug in. It's like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to get my fairness. For any of the Aries out there, I know this is a little more specific, so take this as it resonates, but if you are in the middle of like a court battle or some kind of legal issue, this is just saying, stay the course, be patient. Look at what we have in the immediate past. We have the World card. So to me, this is about a completion, a cycle coming to a conclusion that has, hasn't been very long since that did, or it's about to come to a completion, Aries. So why is the World card here with us? Yeah, because you've had a lot of choices, a little bit of overwhelming energy. You could have chosen to step away from this. You might have been even suffering from some indecision, and you finally arrived at that choice. Could have been very emotional. But right now where you're sitting, it's like you're trying to really clear things out, make them balanced, make them harmonious again, bringing greater equality, justice, and judgment into your situation. Going into the immediate present, I love this. Immediate future, I should say. Immediate future, yes, is the Ace of Cups. So absolutely beautiful energy here. This is, wishes. This is hopes. This is emotional fulfillment. It is really the hand of spirit coming in. You have the Dove of Peace in that card. You have, the overflowing of abundance from the divine. So let's see what clarifies this Ace of Cups for us. Yes, and this to me, Aries, this is clearing away this Five of Pentacles, because there is something that just hasn't been balanced, hasn't been right for you in a long time. You could be dealing with an emotional situation as well, where you feel out in the cold, they feel out in the cold, you feel cut off somehow from source, from the divine. That's why this Ace of Cups is sitting here, because you may feel very much that's like, I have been waiting to get back into that feeling of going with the flow, being in the right, groove, feeling my energy moving again, and I really do think that by the end of this month, by the end of June, you will start to definitely see a change in those cycles. But right now, what I feel with this subconscious card, what you're focusing on, what you're looking at, this is really, look at that Four of Cups. It's like you are waiting. There's something that you feel just hasn't come in. And look at the flip side of this card with the ship in the distance. It's like you're waiting for that ship to come in, because there is that feeling that there's some missing piece to your peace, your fulfillment, your harmony, your balance that just isn't there right now. So it's very hard for you to even be content and happy with the good things that are going on, because you've been so focused on that thing that just hasn't fit in, hasn't worked out. So Aries, I know this is hard. I know it's hard when something's going on like that. But the best thing you can do right now is to focus on the things that are going right and work at this one day at a time, because to me there is so much good that's coming around the corner here. Yes, and there's a lot of new opportunities that will open up. It's going to be a powerful change. It's going to be a new beginning. Two of Wands is very strongly Aries energy. It's all about, looking at your opportunities, looking at your possibilities, looking at the potentials that are coming up. And on the top, look at that. We have the Lovers card, Aries. So this is the message from Spirit. This is crowning the spread. For some of my Aries out there, this might have a lot to do with love and relationships. Don't be, surprised at that, because Venus is in retrograde. That is our Gemini energy coming through with the Lovers card as well. So this is a balance. This is communication. This is the divine trying to bring those disharmonious parties back together and bring them into harmony and bring them into togetherness. So whether this has to do with a love situation, Aries, whether it has to do with something legal, there is some kind of union, contract, agreement that, you know, you're working this out. You are working this out. And you're not going to give up till you get what you want. Whether it's closure, whether it's peace, whatever it is that signals contentment and closure for you, that's what it's about. Right now you are in a restive phase though. Like I said, with Mars in Pisces, that energy is very, very restive. So this is really Spirit telling you, Aries, when it comes to these issues of love, legality, balance, etc., it's a little time to take a break, because you might be kind of mentally burning yourself out a bit, and it's time to take just a little rest. This is you very much. That is the warrior, you know, that's taking a rest from the battle for a while before he gets back up and says, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm refreshed. I'm replenished. Now I can face these challenges again. So let's pull some advice for you going up the side here. Yep. Ooh, okay, Aries. I like this. All right, so here you are. This is the suggested approach. And, you know, to me, this is also just kind of showing you where you are right now in the situation. So, you know, 8 of Swords, the suggested approach is really to free your mind, free yourself from any kind of limiting mental beliefs or intellectual blockages, free yourself from worry and anxiety, because you may, like I said, you know, with that 4 of Swords, it's like you may really be going through a time where, you know, there's a lot of worry, there's a lot of anxiety. Your mind is just, you know, you're using your mind a lot, so you need a little break. Yeah, and you need a break from the fatigue, the battle, the exhaustion. The 9 of Wands is sitting on top of that 8 of Swords. So to me, you know, look at the back of this 8 of Swords. There's that eagle. There's that freedom coming in. So you're definitely calling that in, and all you've got to do is back yourself up on one of those swords, cut those bonds, and get free of that, you know, tear that blindfold off and be able to see clearly again. Because, you know, this is about more, you know, it's like your own mind is blocking you rather than any one specific physical thing. Let's see, I'm just going to take a peek at this. Yes, what you need to know now is the King of Wands. So this is really what you need to focus on. What you need to be aware of is that you are definitely in your own energy, your own power. This is Aries energy. It's also Leo Sagittarius. But to me, that King of Wands is about Aries, mostly to me. It's very fiery, very strong, you know, kind of a minor arcana emperor energy there from him. So, you know, Aries, this is reminding you, you know, that you have power of creation and recreation. You have the power to start over fresh. You have the power to renew, and you do have that leadership ability. So don't be afraid. Don't be disheartened. And look at that. When you step into your power, Aries, you get the Star card. That is what's coming up here. So there is a lot of success. There's a lot of victory and balance and finding that peace that you're so looking for after the battle. That's beautiful. And then we get into the hopes and fears. There is that Death card, Aries. So part of you wants this conclusion, wants the ending to this difficult cycle, but then part of you is a little bit afraid of what all that is going to mean. But look at the flip side of the Death card, guys. Looks like a lot like the Sun card, huh? You know, the rebirth, the flower blossoming out of the ground again, right? So it's like, that's the opposite side of death. It's like there has to be that death process that, you know, the phoenix has to burn down to the ashes before it can rise again from them. So let's pull a clarifier for that. And look at that, we've got the 7 of Pentacles again. So this has come up twice, Aries. My goodness, yes, this is patience. Be patient with the process. Be patient with the fact that this doesn't always happen overnight. I know, Aries, you're one of the signs that does not like to wait around for too long for anything, but this is definitely telling you, hang in there. You know, don't rush the process. Don't push the river. The outcome is absolutely beautiful with that Sun card there. So Aries, this is absolutely a positive outcome. June is looking really, really good for you there. So let's pull a clarifier for the Sun. And look at that. Woo! Aries! Very positive outcome indeed with the Ace of Wands over top of the Sun. To me, this is a bright, brand new, passionate, fresh beginning with a lot of dynamic energy and definitely your energy behind it as well. So on the underside, look at what we have. We have Miss Empress connecting with the Lady card. And then on the underside, oh, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is also very Empress-y energy. So very, very strong. That's a strong feminine energy, whether or not you know, identify male or female or masculine, feminine. Oh, that is just some beautiful, creative feminine energy and power coming your way for this month of June. So let's pull a card from the Affirmators deck. We're going to get a last word of advice for you. Oh, Aries, you got the card. Ooh, it's fuzzing up on me too. Personal growth. There it is. And I'm going to read that for you. As I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away. Like training wheels on a bike, they helped me get to where I am. But now that I can ride, I don't need those slow, crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. So that's adorable. But that really is, you are in a stage of personal growth, and there are going to be old things that just fall naturally away as you go further and upwards and beyond. So, Aries, what a gorgeous reading for you guys. Hope you have a beautiful month of June, and I will see you back very soon for our full moon eclipse reading. See you soon.